go.
And we're back to Book Bites cover, the Ranma Saga.
Yay.
Part 2. Alright, we're gonna start things off with a bang here with number 8. How was that possible by Hirio? How does Ranma stay sane even with all that has happened to him? Who has been there for him? Prescription? No, wait. Ranma X question mark?
It's another one of those basic things. It's the basic kind of fanfiction people do a lot, where they bring in crossovers with someone who's been where as opposed to showing them meeting these other people crossed over for the first time. It's these person's been with them for however long. It's labeled mystery, so that's why they're not telling you anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's definitely fitting its criteria, and it's over 4,000 words per chapter, so it hasn't been updated in a long time.
But I don't really like the summary. The fact that it's not really, it doesn't really draw you in. Instead of asking how does Ranma stay sane, it's just like something else, like series of events happen.
It doesn't set the scene at all. It just
Yeah.
it's one of those ones just like, hey, it's a mystery.
It's like someone has been through everything that Ranma's gone through, or been their anchor, or something along those lines.
So I've read a couple fics of that kind of idea where Ranma meets some crossover person that helps them deal with things. There was one really good one, which was crossovered with
Sailor Moon?
No, not Sailor Moon. What's it? Cheeky Angel. Which is another...
that one.
It's another anime with a character who's gender displaced. And so they actually meet and commiserate and actually become friends, and it's done really well. So... but, I don't know if we'll see that. I don't know if it's actually been marked as a crossover or anything on here, but oh well. Let's just jump down to one that caught my eye. Ran Moon Muyo! A common title thing you can do is just mix all the titles.
That's about as bad as Naruma or Naruma or something like that. Narugima, sorry.
Anyway, this is by Kronos the Cat. Alright. Thanks to falling into the spring of drowned drowned demon woman, Ranma has to deal with girls from outer space. Meanwhile, his cousin Tenchi, there we go, joins forces with Sailor V to battle the Dark Kingdom. Why? And it's unlikely to be updated.
Oh, okay. At least they're honest.
If it doesn't need to be updated, then yeah.
Spring of Drowned Demon Woman means he falls into the Spring of Ryoko.
Yeah, basically.
Which means the girls from outer space have to be the Galaxy Police and the girls from Jirai.
Yeah.
Does this mean that Tenchi fighting alongside Sailor V means he's in England?
It would have to be. If he's only it's only Sailor V, it would have to be England. I'd imagine.
But wasn't the Dark Organization? Whatever.
The only thing is the fact that it just says it's unlikely to be updated, so I'm not going to read it, because it's unlikely to ever be updated, so why bother?
I guess it's funny he wrote himself into a corner.
Probably.
I've done that myself.
It happens a lot when you do multi-crosses. More than one series crossed over.
Well, speaking of more than one series crossed over, Me and My Shadow by Lord Dragonclaw. Ranma gets killed by a hollow and fuses with another, named Kenshin, to survive. What? Now they exist as two souls sharing the same space. Ranma, Bleach, and Rurouni Kenshin crossover. What?
I'm not a big Bleach fan. I do like Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know how hollows work, because I don't read or watch Bleach, but...
I'd rather not get into how hollows work, because in all honesty, if he gets killed by a hollow, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna say it.
Alright.
For all you Bleach fans out there, you can probably put 10 and 3 together to get something.
Alright, I gotta do this next one. Cause that's one right afterward, because I just kind of have to. I see something that sticks out that I have to say. Into the Universe of Anime by Kenshin Batosai.
Yeah!
After a failed virtual reality test in 2030, two Americans end up trapped in the real world of Ranma. It's a SI! Major crossovers.
Self-insert!
Major crossovers between Ranma, Cardcaptor Sakura, and Sailor Moon at the moment. Rated T for now. 17 chapters, 82,000 words. It's got a lot of meat to it, but it has 2 OCs as the main characters, most likely.
That are possibly self-inserts!
Well, it's 2 Americans going into anime, so that usually means self-insert, or the equivalent of a self-insert.
And yet they happen to be speaking Japanese, because everyone can understand them, raw!
I've only seen, like, 2 fics that had the thing where they actually follow language barrier issues and supposed to, like...
I've done it!
Huh? Language
barriers.
Yeah, I should have done it in one of my fics, but I didn't. But I saw someone else who did it, which was really cool. In one of the Final Fantasy Tactics Ranma crossover, where the person, they were actually speaking different languages, which was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm usually when I see 2 OCs being touted as sort of the main characters of a story, I don't want to read it. I mean, I don't mind OCs. I use OCs, but they're not usually my main characters.
They're usually just side characters that help bring out some kind of history that the author doesn't really bring into these characters.
Right.
We're looking at you, Akamatsu. Okay, I'll take this next one. Dark Soul by Merrick. Damn you, Merrick! Sorry.
Merrick?
DBZ Ranma Sailor Moon. Yay.
Trifecta.
Ranma has been bashed, crashed, smashed, and glomped by the NWC, aka the Narima Wrecking Crew. Who labeled them that anyway?
It's a fandom name. It caught on years ago, so it just sticks now.
So many times that he's been turned into an evil, mutated monster that hates the living, and the only thing on his mind is to kill all of life. Ah! He turns into that thing from,
What?
I don't know. For some reason I'm thinking of that really dark anime movie with the cool red motorcycle.
Oh, Akira?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Cut it off!
Now it's up to the Z-War. I think he ran out of space.
It looks like it. It's humor and angst.
It's funny because it's crawling in my skin.
I don't...
Yet somehow he did 4 chapters with 13,820 words. But we're delving into ancient history here because it was back in 2006.
But he actually bothered to come on and update it to the crossover feature, which I don't.
Yeah. Which was only available 2007,
or just like recently, yeah. Well, no, the crossover feature with actually labeling it in crossover section like we have now is only like, late 2008, early 2009. So they actually bothered to go back and put it in there. So interesting. And the last one that's on this list that I can see here is Moose Mod Dib. I think that's how you pronounce it. By Merrick.
Moose Muad'Dib.
It's Merrick.
Hey, Merrick!
Ranma, Tenchi, Dune, and Star Wars crossover.
Of course!
Moose meets a mysterious stranger who tells him about his real father and his true origins. Warning, this contains anti-shampoo and anti-cologne. If you like them, then do not read.
Anti-shampoo and anti-cologne. Yeah, that's a popular one.
Well, when Moose is the main character, it tends to be.
Oh no, a lot of people like making them the main bad guys, especially Cologne, because she's batshit insane for some people.
Cologne's awesome, and she's really the only person you can put as a major villain, aside from Happosai.
Yeah, but Happy's just too funny to be a truly main villain.
Happosai is the more evil character, but they like having the manipulative old hag. But yeah, so basically it's decently long, it's got some good meat to it and everything, but it's again really old. It's not completed. It's never going to be completed.
But we're not really looking at the dates. We're looking at the quality of the.
Well, it's also
summary.
Would you read it is part of this, and if it's that old and not done, it's never going to be completed. Even if I did like the story, it's never going to be completed. So I tend.
If it was a more recent thing, I'd take a look at it because the entire real father true origins thing makes me curious as to how Dune and Star Wars get into it. I mean, what is he like? Was his father a spice seller? Was his father like a Sith or something?
Well, he is the only one with magical powers, really, of all the main cast, and except for Cologne, of course. Because Cologne is awesome.
Running gag in the Ranmaverse: what Moose keeps in his robes?
Everything.
Okay.
Alright, so
let's move on to something else.
We'll have to do that next time, though, because we're already over 10 minutes, so if we're going to start a next thing, might as well do that next time, so...
Alright, so we'll see you again in Part 3!
The saga continues. Later.
Ta!